Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Shady Room Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Levi80, and today I'm joined by quite company here. We've got... I don't like how you're on a high chair and you look bigger than me. Yeah, today I have some fun friends in the building, and today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Nolan Cross about his... quite the feat he's accomplished in writing a graphic novel. You
mention me as the random hook.
Writing and illustrating. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Can't draw words.
Benji.
Yeah, Justin is also just gonna be joining us. He's gonna ask some questions and.
Justin, also known as the woman magnet.
I thought you were gonna say the Willem Dafoe magnet.
No, I'm not the Willem Dafoe magnet.
The Willem Dafoe magnet.
No.
Well, I guess just to start it off, Nolan, just give us some context behind what your book is, what it's called. Just a quick little overview, and I can ask you some stuff behind it, and yeah, we can just get talking.
Absolutely, Levi.
Justin's gonna be doing this the whole time.
So, it wasn't actually illustrated by me. The illustrator is very talented artist named Benji Andringa, who my friends are convinced is Asian.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not Asian!
Oh yeah, never mind, I've met him before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Zeep night. Yeah, and you found out he wasn't Asian.
I wanted to ask him up, but he said he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Whoa! Why don't you tell us about Zeep? Like, why is it called Zeep in the first place?
Yeah, why is it called Zeep?
Oh yeah, good cop, bad cop routine. It's just always been called Zeep. Since I first thought of, I needed a name for this world. Back when I first kind of introduced it with, Vicky, the original co-creator. My babysitter back in Toronto. Yes, my first girlfriend, just kidding. She and I just got out my action figures and just started, playing with them, almost, It's like we had battles and so on, the characters would go on adventures, and eventually that blossomed into this world, and I needed
very
a name
messed
for
up
it.
world, right?
Very messed up at times.
Is there any, inspirations you have from, other things that played into building this world? Like any other movies or books and stuff? Or did you just pure imagination, or is it a bit of both?
Yes.
Oh, no, why did you get him started on this? He's gonna list every movie ever.
That's fine.
No, that's fine.
Okay, good.
Levi's settled in. Lord of the Rings is the biggest inspiration for me.
That's a good movie.
Like as in, it's like landscapes and it's cities, or like characters, what?
Well, in so many different ways, Lord of the Rings is a touchstone for me. Being so deeply personal. It's anyone that's kind of setting out to create a world and cinema and so on really has to start with Lord of the Rings. There's no other way to go.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's just so perfect in so many ways.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's many others. When I was little, I saw this movie Krull. From the 80s.
Is that a good movie? Is that a good movie? Is that a good movie?
Look at my rating on Letterboxd, you dumbass.
Alright.
This crazy 80s sci-fi fantasy film that takes place in a world, a kingdom called Krull.
In 2019?
And that, I think, probably had an impact in, starting this world. And basically, it's a...
Justin, did you find it?
How do you spell it?
That's fine.
Krull.
It's a 2.9 average rating.
Does it?
Yeah?
Why does it have a 2.9?
It must be bad.
By the way, they're talking about
hate fun.
Yeah, they're talking.
They're like, oh, I like movies with societal issues.
Yeah, Dude, Where's My Car has 2.5.
And I like
How
using
is that
the word
possible?
pretentious, even though all the films that I like are actually pretentious.
They only like movies that they're on Criterion.
Yeah, Letterboxd is a film reviewing app that they're talking about. For any context,
I would read your review,
people
but
go.
it's like a freaking essay, so I don't want to do that.
Is it? All my reviews are essays, all my good ones at least. But anyway, yeah, Lord of the Rings, Krull probably had early impacts in creating an alternate world. And as far as the style of it goes, there's so many different touchstones for that. And yeah, the list goes on. Right now, biggest inspiration is the game Resident Evil 8 Village. That's my biggest.
It's a video game. Okay, so you're taking stuff from movies, books,
and
video games.
Skyrim.
Ah, cool.
I thought you
That's
hated
cool.
that game.
I like that.
thought you hated that game.
Skyrim?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hated it. That's why I've sunk over 1,000 hours of my life into it.
Okay, so you said you started it with like, you started Zeep when you started doing like minifigures with like your babysitter and stuff. At what point did you start getting like into a writing process? Was that like really recently, or was that a few years back when you started like, you know, putting into pen to paper, I guess?
Yeah. Well, so back when I lived in Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah, Vicky eventually moved on from just being, you know, my babysitter when I was like a little whippersnapper and into like a friend. And she would come over 2 or 3 times a week, and we would kind of enter this world of Zeep and go from room to room in my house, just using my figures to portray these characters.
That's cool.
And you know, it was a fully realized mythology. And then once we moved to BC, I kind of took the reins, because at that point, Vicky and I could really only use Skype to like have a chat, and that's not the best format.
Long distance relationships don't work out.
So.
For sure.
It's true, Justin. You should know. You and autistic Austin.
Hey, we're casual lovers.
So at this point, like, I guess it becomes different as you get older, and I kind of realized that I had a really good idea for a film with it, and it could be like a full mythos and a full movie. So I started just writing all I could on it, and like really paying attention to what made the characters special, and
yeah. What's even funny now? Just you guys
fucking making out with the bear.
Not my fault. I mean, that was a cough, by the way. You should be more concerned.
Justin, just feel free to ask questions as well. But yeah.
Oh, when is text appearing?
Hold on, I'll get there.
We'll get there. Take it slow. I like that. That's a good question though.
Whoa.
So you started with like character by character and just kind of writing ideas down about each of them. I like that.
Writing them down, kind of, getting all I could about them down on paper, and did all these school projects with them and so on. And then in grade 6 and 7, I started devoting my time to learning how to write a screenplay.
Okay.
In that time.
So it's not just a graphic novel. It's you want to do other things with it too, like a movie.
Absolutely, that's the ultimate dream.
That is the ultimate dream. Okay. I knew that, but I'm just saying that like.
For the audience.
For the audience, exactly.
Oh, I love the audience so much. The bear's upside down now, by the way.
You're liking Chibi a little too much, Justin. I'm not sure.
He's Chibi for Chibi.
Okay.
So yeah, in grade 6 and 7, I just started devoting all my time, especially in the summer and spring breaks, to learning how to write a screenplay on my own, and just
that's cool.
Reading these books. Screenwriting for Dummies was one, and lots of Tarantino scripts too.
Oh, those are cool. I have. Not to interrupt you, but I have one called the Screenwriter's Bible, and that's how I learned how to do it. I'm not very good at screenwriting, but I know like the basics for formatting and stuff.
Did you learn about Jesus while reading it?
Pardon?
Did you learn about?
No. It's not a religious one, Justin. It's just an ironic name. It's cool though. I think that whole the way of storytelling through the medium of scripts are cool. It's a different way to write it. Like it's very different. It's portrayed different, right? Because you have to do it into a movie than just a book. But it's cool. I like it.
It works for me so much better than writing a novel, which I'm very good at, like literature writing wise. But like I find it so frustrating because I don't know. It's frustrating writing a novel type format.
Yeah, you can't remember. You can't get ideas.
With a script, it's more direct. But yeah, so I over the summer one time I was reading all these Tarantino scripts, learning how to do it. And,
how old were you?
I don't know, grade 6 summer. I was.
You were watching Tarantino in grade 6, young man.
Hell yeah.
Young man.
Young man.
Young man, I'm a young man. Young man, 20 bands.
YMCA.
Yeah, that's the song I thought you were gonna.
Coming in a van. Ooh. Got my mans. Ooh.
Okay.
Thanks for the freestyle, Justin.
You're welcome.
So this summer, before I went into grade 7, I wrote a 155-page script to the best of my ability. Like it wasn't I've really perfected kind of my style of screenwriting now. It was more like a just disjointed novel rather than a script, but it was still a decent length, and it was
no, that is a good length for a script, 155.
And like for how young I was, it was pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
155 pages. So that was my first draft for it, and I was really proud of that. I remember watching Django Unchained actually the night that I finished it.
Oh.
Nice memory. Anyway, then after that, I decided immediately that it wasn't good enough.
Well, that's always first drafts, I guess.
Yeah, I spent the entirety of the next year writing the second draft, which just kept getting bigger and bigger to put a
Wait, how long is the movie supposed to be? Because you said it was going to be long.
It was going to be
Good
long.
question.
So the second draft that I wrote probably would have ended up as like a 5-hour movie. It was like over 300.
5 hours.
Would you put it as one full film, or you split it into multiple?
I would have put that as one full film. I just thought that one was.
Wait, Nolan. Tell me when to stop. How long?
Well, what's
No.
Has the from now to then, has it changed how long you've made the film? Like, is it still like a 5-hour film, or is it bigger now?
Oh yeah, it's changed so much. Like with Zeep, there's not one particular idea for the movie.
Right.
It's gone through so many. It's back when I saw Pulp Fiction and everything, Tarantino-like films, I was envisioning it as 3 kind of stories that
like
were
an anthology,
linked in characters,
or mosaic, or whatever you call it.
Mosaic. Yes. And it's still kind of like that. But I just go through so many different storylines and plot lines with it. And,
that's cool. Experimenting with it.
Yeah, because there's no real storyline. Like, it could be done anyway. Like, there's so many ways it can be done.
Right. Oh, so you kind of like have a big base to start it off with, and then just takes different paths.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool.
There's the characters and there's the world, and that's usually static, although those develop over time, like as I get older and so on.
Yeah.
And I see more movies and I play more games and I get like fuel from different things. And until after that second draft, we met Benji. My dad and I started brainstorming ideas on how we could get it made into a movie.
Yeah.
Originally it was contacting people in Hollywood, and right back then Tarantino was. Well, I'm getting there. Tarantino was the dream back then. I had just discovered Tarantino and I was so obsessed with him. Until then, eventually realized that Tarantino really doesn't want to work with anyone.
Yeah.
He's also sexist.
Yeah.
He's a racist. He says the N-word.
Yeah, he says the N-word.
He may have been problematic to work with.
And he said the N-word.
He told me, "Hey Nolan, what's up, man?"
No, he was in Pulp Fiction just to say the N-word.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still a good movie.
And we discovered that we were watching The Walking Dead, I think at the time, and we were looking and Sin City and so on, and looking at all these graphic novels that were turned into bigger things, movies and TV shows, and we decided that was probably the best way to do this. And
It started as a graphic novel, and then
because like when you write a script, like who cares? Like everyone has written a script.
Yeah.
Like everyone who wants to get into the industry has written a script, and like sometimes if you bring them to someone's attention, like it does become something big if you have a good producer.
I see.
Justin's foot.
So you already kind of have like content, so people can see it more than just a script. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, don't act.
Why?
The graphic
Just
novel
don't.
was
Why?
super nifty for that, and of exploring how big it could be, like as a multimedia project.
Yeah, I like that.
And so we interviewed a couple artists. None of them were really perfect for the source material. They all kind of said, "Oh yeah, it's not really my style. It's more dark kind of."
Then Benji happened.
Kind of thing. And then Benji happened.
Benji's such a cool guy.
You're
And
graphic artist.
at that time, Benji had done mostly like his style of outdoor drawings for murals and T-shirts and so on, and it was kind of close to what I thought it could be.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't exactly on point. Then we met him, and I'm like immediately I got the impression that he could be a good guy to work with.
Yeah.
And we told him the stories of 2 of the main characters, and we got him to draw up some test images for us.
Yeah.
And from that point on, we were sold at that point.
Yeah.
I just looked and I said, yeah, this will definitely work.
Did it work?
So as far as the process of Benji illustrating it, he's developed as much as I have creatively. With this, we started on black and white, like really, really dark, really graphic kind of Sin City style, and then we looked at Walking Dead some more, and then we went, oh no, I think gray tones is the way to go.
Gray tones, okay.
Wait, is Walking Dead
Using a lot of gray. Yeah, it was originally.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
That is shock.
I know. They're pretty long running.
Wait, it's black and white, right? The whole whatever.
The comic book.
Zeep.
is.
Zeep.
Zeep is black and white with spot color.
I
Oh,
see.
the blood.
Yeah.
The blood.
Remember?
Yeah.
And the gun.
So you kind of...
No, the thing that Nolan showed us, the preview of the book, it was good.
Yeah.
I don't even read books.
So you kind of took like The Walking Dead as like a rubric from how they changed a graphic novel to a film and what kind of worked for them.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
So over about a year, it's all about developing Benji's style as much as mine. And the worst thing about working with me as a 13-year-old was that as I got older, my style kept developing. And,
Yeah, it changed pretty dramatically.
Oh yeah, and I got so much better at conveying what I wanted to convey.
Yeah.
So the story changed so much, and at that point we're like already halfway into the first volume, and of the graphic novel. And I keep getting Benji to change all this stuff, and we keep having to go back
over. Yeah.
I think I got him to draw like 10 different variations of torture tools.
Oh my god!
Changing. Like, I kept going back and forth on that, and character faces too.
Was there just not enough torture tools? Not enough tortures?
Perfectionist.
Very much so at that point.
Oh, you're like Michael Bay. You're a perfectionist. To make great movies.
Michael Bay.
Just to make great movies.
Such a perfectionist.
In the time-wise, that was not bad.
And until after all that, it's finally become what it is now. After 2.5 years.
That's many moons.
3 years of working with Benji and developing my style and his, it's become what it is now, which I guess I could, call it this epic and terrifying mosaic of all these interrelated characters and creatures.
Yeah.
In the world of Zeep, all searching for the meanings of good, evil, and imagination is how I describe it.
Huh. That's an enticing plot line.
Yeah, that blends all genres, transcends genre, as I like to say. But yes, Justin.
How many books is there gonna be? Like a lot.
Good question.
So yeah, in the rest of the series, right now I'm projecting 12 volumes.
That's a lot.
For the series. Yeah, and we've finished writing and illustrating the first one over those 3 years, and so there's 11 more to go for us, and you're going to see the first one.
Did you only finish the first one?
shortly.
You only had the first one finished, right?
Okay, now that brings the question, are you planning to distribute it somehow, or this first graphic novel, or what's your kind of like plans for that?
Yeah, so me and Benji are working, and my dad is kind of thinking up ideas on how we could possibly release it while we're working, and so he comes up with the idea of kind of constructing a gala event around it, and at the Roxy Theatre. Back then it was the Performing Arts Center, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Until we realized they can't do alcohol actually, and that was a big damper. Like you need to get the booze.
Wait, go on.
Yeah?
Well, do you still have to be the right age to get alcohol there?
Well, that is the law, Justin.
That is the Canadian law.
I was gonna say I could get drunk for Nolan's thing.
I know. I wish you could. And so Dad kind of envisioned this event around it, and so we kind of started coming up with ideas on what that could look like. Are we gonna do just a big sale of all these print copies of the volume there, or maybe something else? And then we went, okay, rent out one of the theaters and do a slideshow of it.
Okay, yeah.
Of all the pages. The graphic novels. So we started thinking what that could be. And Benji kind of did a test for us, and we realized that it was way too far away. We can't see the screen. We can't make out the writing. And So then we found Declan, who works for my dad at his store.
Oh, Declan, such a cool guy.
Dex. And
That's his name, Dex.
Yeah, Declan, Dex.
That's
Fun nickname.
Aussie.
He's Aussie.
Yeah.
Although Deck seems like.
Whoa!
Dick.
Oh my God,
So-
Levi! I thought you were a Christian. God. Mine in the gutter.
So Declan works at my dad's store, or used to work, not so much anymore. But he's also a DJ mostly.
Yo,
And
hook up the sick beats.
oh yeah, you should see Declan at the club.
I
I only saw him at the club once.
You did?
Yeah, once. Yeah, Declan's a trained DJ, and he's also a Photoshop master, and
Okay.
works with editing software, much like yourself, Levi, but the next level.
Yeah, he's probably better than me. I'm a bit of a hack when it comes to like most things. I just kind of tried to figure it out.
Levi is such a he's like Ari Aster, what a hack.
Whoa! I'm just trying to show some feet.
So we showed the material to Declan, and he's like, oh yeah, I think I can do something with this. And then we kind of had a test of that, and it blew us away. What he did with the graphic novel, like the pages and the traditional comic book format, was excellent. And he turned it into a movie, like an animated film.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we were so blown away. Like, he added like all these sounds that I listed for him.
Yeah, music as well.
And some on his own. Yeah, the music, the sound effects, and put all these camera effects to it, like panning, zooms, freeze frames.
No, that's cool. It's kind of like
wide shots, like a movie.
borderline, yeah, cartoon.
Not to
something.
brag,
graphic
not to
novel.
brag, but I've seen this already.
Yeah, Justin knows.
It was pretty cool,
Yeah.
and I agree.
Yeah, Declan made it just like better than.
Declan saved it.
Regular
Declan
graphic
made your book entertaining.
Yeah, Declan saved it for us. And yeah, so it took us a long time after that, but a year, as a matter of fact, now. But
Wait, that was made a year ago?
we started on it a year ago. Declan started on it a year ago. We finally got it now. It's the presentation is an hour long in full, and my dad calls it a movie. I think I call it a slideshow kind of animated film, but that's a bit too confusing for some people. So
Just like a
it's
presentation.
It's indescribable. It's Zeep.
It's like
Yeah.
a presentation,
So,
but like longer.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling to have it finished, hey? The first one done. It's like this is what you made, hey?
The first volume's completed. Working on the second soon enough.
Can you explain the character of Tex Askanine?
Tex Ashkney is coming up, Justin.
Please explain him.
Okay, Justin is referring to a character that I wrote for him, Tex Ashkanine, who is a Hungarian, Middle Eastern.
Wait, I think Middle Eastern?
He's
How would that
Hungarian,
work?
Middle Eastern.
How would that...
His mother was Hungarian, his father was Middle Eastern.
Oh wow, so like perfect.
And he's an art dealer and an artiste in his own right, and he works in Zeep, and Justin is specifically referring to his first and only appearance in Volume 4.
Wait, I only experienced him one time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
only appears one time. Sorry.
That sucks.
Volume 4 when he makes a tremendous artwork, and that's going to be Justin's role. We're going to model his character after Justin, but like in blackface.
What? Wait, what? Well, this role's perfect for
Justin,
me.
you got to wear blackface for it.
Oh, that's okay. I love
So-
that. I mean,
Or,
what?
the kids are going to be like,
What's the like the end goal for all of this? Like, at what point do you feel like your whole story had been told, or will ever be finished?
Well, one, when we finish the graphic novel, the 12 volumes, all
Yeah.
that. And then the second will be after the movie's made.
Okay.
Which is the ultimate goal for us, making
With Ari Aster, right?
Well, that's the dream.
That's the dream.
That's top secret.
So would you want, like, is it like just one film, or is it like multiple smaller films?
Well, as far as like the live action movie goes, yeah, it's probably going to be one film.
Yeah.
We might have to split it into 2 parts by the length.
There's still
Yeah.
2 movies.
No.
2 movies.
2 movies,
That's 2
but
movies.
one in my mind.
No,
is the
that's 2
idea
movies.
for it.
I see.
Kill Bill, Nolan, 2 movies.
Yeah.
Or Lord of the Rings being called 1 or 3.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One movie. It's three movies.
A lot of movies, a lot of really long movies have been released like that. So
Yeah.
that's probably
Like
how it's going to end
Nymphomaniac?
up going, like Nymphomaniac, like how it's probably end up going with the movie. But the graphic novel films, I guess, are gonna be a 12-part series, all released on our website.
Okay, I was about to ask that. How you're gonna
Wait,
release
are you
all
gonna
that?
consider
Yeah.
that one book then?
Go check it out on,
that'd be 12 volumes.
Zeep.com, right? Or the Zeep.
thezeepworld.com.
The Zeep
Oh
World.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah. Your
zeepworld.com.
website's like your website's
That'll give you all the
No.
information on it that I get around to telling after like 20 minutes.
And also, you can buy the website
Backstory,
name
so.
for $3,000 apparently. I
No,
almost bought
that
it.
was before it was.
No, you can buy it.
No, different website.
No, you can buy it.
No, there's two. Anyway. So, as far as how it's getting distributed, yeah, we're going to be releasing the 12-part film series on the website. And along with that, at the same time, we'll be doing our theater nights. So at the Roxy, we're going to show everyone.
That's awesome.
At the Roxy, we're going to do a couple showings.
Yeah.
We're still working all that out right now. Dad doesn't want to schedule anything unless it's finished.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Because we've had to cancel this 3 times now. There's been 3 delays for it.
Well, hopefully you can now because they're open the theater now.
Yeah. We'll be doing it soon. Just a
With
few
new
little-
owners and all that too. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Greg's great, and there's
Greg is cool.
just a few editorials with it. You'll be seeing it soon enough.
Yeah, me and Greg talk about skateboarding, and I don't even skateboard.
You got me interested, Nolan. I'll be first in line.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'll be
might
there
even
first.
take it on tour. Who knows at this point?
What do you mean by
RBC.
tour? How do you do a tour?
NBC.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a lot of gas.
Perhaps we're looking at it.
That's cool.
No, that's a lot of gas.
Probably after COVID's well over, but
/ plane tickets. A lot of gas.
yes.
That's a cool idea.
You got a lot of gas.
You do got a lot
You've
of
got a
gas.
$1 million mind. Millionaire's mind.
You've got a trillionaire's mind. And a trillionaire's ass.
What do I got?
Speaking of making me a trillionaire, subscribe right now and like the video.
Subscribe.
Yeah. If you don't subscribe, I don't know.
And we can grow this into an empire, and then I can get ads, and then I can make money, and then you guys, and then I can get rich off you guys watching my poor content.
So I get no money.
Yeah, watch me just like spill my guts in this episode. On never ending. Once you get me going, it's like can't switch me off, baby.
Can I switch you off?
That's my motto.
Nolan.
That was cringe.
Let me switch you off.
You didn't switch me
No
off.
one's Justin. You know what?
Justin, you
You've
switched
brought-
me on.
You've definitely brought a lot to the episode so far.
Thank you. Hey, if you don't subscribe, this bear's gonna be you.
Is it recording it?
Should be.
It
It's
is
fucking-
recording, Nolan.
That is.
Okay, we can probably hit the intro now, or is
You
there anything else
ruined
you
my-
want to talk about still?
Talk about Tex more. Talk more about Tex. He's a beautiful character.
What's left? I guess just a little advertisement.
Ooh.
What?
Is it good?
Well,
Justin, you've seen it. You've seen the first one.
Justin's
Not
already
the
seen it.
movie?
Justin and Devin have seen it, along with 7 other people.
Me and the horny guy have seen it.
Yeah. me and the people suck man. I've seen it.
I am so proud of that.
In Russia. No, but come check it out. It'll be at the Roxy probably this summer.
Can I make flyers for it?
You should. Might do stickers.
I'll post it on my Snap story.
Stickers, t-shirts, oh yeah.
In my like 15
Billion-dollar empire.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Yeah.
If you don't tell a friend,
It'll be.
if you don't tell
dope.
a friend, you have no friends because
We
you're
hope
supposed
so.
to tell one.
We hope so. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna do this to you. Kiss the bear. What? No.